I want to get like a projector or some shit and fucking set that up. Anyways, welcome back to episode 2 of the Sidetrack podcast. I'm Crispy. This is Wicked. Follow us on on our other socials. That'll be all in the description. Anyways, today's topic, we don't have one. So we will be just talking off the top of our head, to be honest. But I did put up a poll on Insta and asked people what we should talk about, and we got 3 responses. One of them was Melly, and I don't really have any. She just said more Marvel theories, and I don't really have any Marvel theories. Because like realistically, anything for the Marvel
no longer
movies,
theory crafting anymore.
Yeah, it's just at this point, it's just my comic book knowledge.
It's a matter of how accurate they're gonna be.
Yeah, literally. It's just
what
like
are they
I know
gonna
exactly
change
what's gonna
to
happen.
make feel different, and what are they gonna keep?
Yeah, that's all it is at this point. There's not really any theories anymore. That used to be a thing for like
back when Marvel just was actually doing their own thing and wasn't following the comics. It was a lot more fun to just theory craft.
Yeah,
because there was no telling what they were gonna do.
Yeah,
they were doing what they were doing.
Yeah,
and it was nice. Now they're full of comic accurate, and it's like, well, the trailer comes out and you get the next breakdown video, and it's like, well, there's the movie. Like,
okay, well, that's because those fucking breakdown videos go a little too crazy, bro.
Trailers go a little too crazy.
It's funny. We're basically jumping into the second.
The fact that people could just break it down that hard off of one trailer is insane.
Yeah, I mean, if I really sat here and analyzed the trailer the way
you would know how the movie's gonna go.
I'd know too. I mean, honestly, the thing is though, I don't even need to. I watched.
That's why I like first trailers because they take things out.
Well, yeah, but that's fair. But the second question is comic books versus. Well, it's not even a question; it's just a statement. But we could turn it into a lot. Comic books versus live action comic book movies. So we could go a couple different directions here. Now, I do have a question based off that. Based on what we were just talking about, do you think that comic book movies should continue to like stay accurate in some way?
To a degree. Not as accurate as people really want. Because to a degree, comics get cheesy, and I don't need that in my cinematics and like story writing. I'd like it to be cinema is cinema and comics are comics.
Yeah.
And where comics have their thing because they are comics. I liked what Marvel was doing. I like what they are doing. I wish that they kept it more along the lines of like, okay, we're gonna bring in a comic accurate suit. We're gonna bring in their story that's comic accurate, like to what they are in the origins.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I don't want a 1-for-1 story where like just about half the crew going into a movie knows exactly what's going on just because like they saw one little piece, you know?
Yeah.
Because it ruins the suspense. Like, it's cool you get to see it in live action, but you know how exactly like everything's gonna play by play.
Yeah.
You're not left guessing. You're not left like in suspense in any real way. You're thrilled. It's more of a thrill seek than you're there to like, oh, answer this question, answer that question. You know the answer to the fucking question. You don't need the answer.
Yeah.
So it's like,
the thing is, I'm like so 50-50 because it's like, while I do very much appreciate whenever they deviate from the story, because 90% of the time it's really fucking interesting. Except one movie that we won't talk about because you have a very valid reason as to liking the movie. So
what?
Thor 4.
Oh, Thor: Love and Thunder. I'll always hate it because it wasn't comic accurate in the vision of it, like the whole like gore thing. That should have been what it was. There was that. I went into that. I left it saying that the only reason it is held where it is for me is because my dad enjoyed it, and I'll never get his breakdown experience, whether or not he really would like it now, looking back as like an overall Marvel experience compared to what we've gotten from then.
Yeah.
Because what we've gotten from then has been a lot better, like in marks of cinema in comparison to just all jokes and shitty fucking writing.
Yeah.
So it's like it's hard
Dude, it just
because I
also
know he would. I know he'd love Thunderbolts. I know he would love like just those different like Captain America. Like I know he would love those different movies.
Thunderbolts was a really well done movie.
Yeah,
Thunderbolts was a really well done movie, and that's one of the times actually that they've sort of deviated from the comics. Because
that
like
and
while
Eternals.
a lot of things, oh yeah, and Eternals, which I also like hate that Eternals 2 got fucking canceled.
I loved
I
Eternals.
loved
That was one of
Eternals
my
so
favorite
much,
movies
and
when it came out. It was so different. The
I was
CGI
so
was
ready,
so
bro. I was so ready
cool.
for part two. I was so ready to continue that story, and then people shat on it for whatever reason that they did. I can't,
Yeah.
bro. I can't,
I don't condone drug usage, but yeah, bro, I went to that on mushrooms. That was an experience I could never forget.
bro.
That was fun. It was so cool.
The super speed in that movie, period, was just fucking beautiful. The way that it was done, the way that
Bro,
they showed it off, the power.
everything
I
about it,
love it. I love it.
the
Makari was so fucking
pacing, the
awesome.
different things that they brought in, and like the whole Icarus, ending up being the bad guy there or bad
That's what
guy.
they kept some
Like,
comic elements because that does happen in
yeah.
the comics, but but the rest of it was
The
all like,
way they did it was so cool.
yeah,
Like
it
just
was
that
so
like
so
bringing
good.
them all together and then her kind of just finding out like, wait a minute, oh, you did this shit. And it was like, you caught me.
You got him.
You're gonna be with me, you're gonna be against me, head ass.
The cast for that movie was fucking stacked, bro. Honestly, shit.
Mhm.
That's all. That's probably also another reason why they didn't just make a second one. They were just like, "Yo, if it's not gonna make money, we can't afford these people no more." I
Yeah.
really do hope that they continue Black Knight's story though, because they got Jon Snow, the man himself, to be Black Knight.
But
That
I
is
hate that
aura.
it's in the
That
same limbo as
aura.
Blade because they decided to put Blade in that scene.
Yeah, I know, bro. Oh my god, and they just don't. That all they need to do is make a Midnight Suns movie. I've been hearing rumors. I really hope it
Yeah, there's a lot of
happens,
rumors on
but
that.
like,
But
honestly, bro, rumors at this point. Let's talk about how like rumors at this point are like basically fact sometimes, for the most part.
sometimes, because I mean,
I
I've
feel
heard
like
the
a good
rumor that like
50% of
Oscar
the
Isaac
time.
isn't coming back as Moon Knight at all, or that he didn't want to.
Oh no, no, that's just clickbait bullshit. Because if you
Yeah,
go
like
listen to the
see, that's what I
fucking
mean.
if you go listen to his interview, no, but people were basing that off of some interview or whatever the fuck he said, and he didn't even say nothing. He's just like, they haven't called me, I I don't know, some bullshit like that. But I don't know. I feel like majority of the time I see a rumor, it ends up being confirmed to be true like a week later or something, or like a few months later. I don't know. It's been happening too often. Ever since Endgame, man. Ever since Endgame, there's just people can't not spoil a movie. People can't not talk about a movie or spread a leak or something like that. Everyone's all about leaks, and I need to know now. I need to know now.
Yeah.
It fucking blows. Really fucking blows. Hold up. I'm gonna
Well,
have
it
to
blows and
move
it
my
doesn't
camera.
blow. It's the blowing part where it's leakers, where or people that just dig, where it's like if you're that hungry for content, go read a comic book.
Yeah.
Go get into a different universe. Go
Yeah.
watch some other content. There's plenty of shit to do other than sit there and dig into some dude's emails or some dude's computer to find the trailer or clip of Doomsday because you just want it right now.
Yeah, bro.
I've been seeing the dude that leaked a clip of Doomsday recently.
I haven't seen the
And
clip. I
I
stay away
haven't seen
from
the
it.
clip, but I've seen the fucking like people talking about the fact that this guy like posted it and then vanished. He said, "Yeah, I'm out." Like, Why?
For what reason, you bastard?
Why did you even do it?
What the fuck? People are such freaks, man. They just do shit to do shit. You know what's funny? That shit's probably got like millions. He's probably making money off of that one post, bro. Probably not a lot, but maybe also probably a good amount. I don't know.
I mean, he posted I think he probably posted it on Twitter or some shit. So who knows
Oh, they're
if
probably
he's actually.
yeah. Never mind then. So it feels like TikTok or fucking Instagram or YouTube, bro. Jeez.
Yeah,
Everyone's finding that shit, reposted, whatever the fuck. Oh my god. I can't.
dude.
What are some projects? Okay, besides Thor Love and Thunder. Besides Thor Love and Thunder, Secret Invasion. That's one of the projects that I genuinely wish that they did follow more so along the comics, same as Thor, bro, because Jesus Christ, man. I mean, at the end of the day, Secret Invasion gave me what I wanted from it.
I
It
think my
gave me
biggest issue was
yeah,
what's her face, Amelia Clark,
yeah, and never coming back.
being the end CGI battle because
Oh,
I think what hurt it was she's so small and the things that they were using, the CGI didn't look great to me, and
yeah,
it also, like, it took me out of it completely with it being her character, and I love her as an actress, but it just didn't feel right. That
yeah.
finale was not it. The rest of the show I enjoyed for the most part, like,
Same.
really up until then. Like, I really didn't I didn't understand or like that part. I was,
I liked
uh,
the idea of it being more grounded and way more about Nick Fury. But at the end of the day, I feel like they could have done that and still followed a little bit more of the comics.
yeah.
Just like swapped a few characters around because usually it's like I forget who I think it's Tony who ends up figuring it out from like Maria some shit like I don't know. But so just Tony's not around, so he could they could have just replaced him with Nick Fury to be the main
Yeah.
character and then still done all the other stuff that they were gonna do because it was fucking great. It was fucking
I
so cool.
wish I wish
And
we touched up on it more.
yeah, that too. That too. It's just the show ended and they were like, "We're hunting you. Get off our planet." And
And
then
then we
that
skipped
was
to the
just it.
Marvels, and it really wasn't a big deal,
Yeah, there's just
and we
nothing.
never spoke about Rhodey. We're now how many years later, and we're still
Well,
not talking about Rhodey's whole trauma and what, like, when he got replaced.
he should have gotten his project, but what I think on that is they were gonna do an Armor Wars movie. It was gonna be a movie, and then they swapped it to making it a show, and then they swapped it back to making it a movie. I think at this point they're struggling, trying to figure out because the Armor Wars comic book is it needs Tony Stark in the story for that. It's all about Tony and his tech and how AIM steals it and how they create this thing out of it. So
Yeah.
it doing an Armor Wars without Tony in and of itself is probably really fucking difficult because at this point in time they haven't established that Rhodey's very tech savvy. So like
Well,
90% of the shit that he would have to do, like he'd have to have like a partner in that
I
movie
don't know,
if
I
they were
think
to
it was
do it.
kinda set up, but I think they fucked up with the whole Spider-Man: Homecoming and then proceeded forward with people constantly stealing Tony's tech as it was and
Oh,
using
that too. I guess that too.
like
Yeah, I guess.
Vulture was already scavenging all of the Avengers shit and alien tech, and then we cut
Yeah.
to, Spider-Man 2 where Mysterio is using, like, the tech he created, but basically Tony funded and made bigger than it was,
Yeah.
and was using Stark's glasses and all of that shit, and,
Well, that time he
they
didn't steal it. That time Peter gave it up
yeah, yeah, but,
willingly like a
like,
fuck
they
ass.
were they kinda had it set up in the background of people battling for like, Stark tech because Stark's no longer here, like, he still has, like, the suits, he still has all of his tech, but he's not here.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen with all of that? But they, like, quickly covered that in,
Homecoming,
uh,
kinda or
no,
throughout.
Far From Home.
Yeah.
Yeah, they covered it in that one in the quick beginning snippet when, they're, like, going over all of his shit getting taken and, like, Stark stuff getting put into whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I just think they're probably struggling considering that too. Yeah, everything you just said. They probably were just
The
like,
what was
damn.
it? The DOD, like, completely took over.
Yeah, the DOD and that fuck ass who who keeps annoying the shit out of people in these. You're
Yeah.
superpowered. You got to go to jail. From what
Yeah.
Miss Marvel and Spider-Man movies and whatever the hell else he's in. Forget, dude. Hawkeye season 2. I wish that happened. I'm so annoyed
Yeah.
that that never happened. I love
I'm
Hawkeye so
annoyed,
fucking
but
much.
it makes sense. Like Jeremy Renner, I wish that they would have just like chose to. I don't know. I wish they ended his character, like not ended it, like killed him, but they could have just had him off and retired, and no
Yeah.
reason to really have to bring him back in the show. But they wanted him for season 2, and he refused it, and it's
Well, he refused it
understandable.
because yeah,
They were gonna
because
pay him less.
way less,
And
and he was like, "What the fuck?" So it's
I
completely
die, and you could
understandable.
just pay me less money. The fuck?
Yeah, dude. What the? Which is so fucked, but corporations, I guess.
It's whatever. He made the money from it. We don't necessarily. His character ended well as it was, but it's like we've seen Kate once,
Yeah, yeah, and then that
technically
one,
twice, but that
yeah,
was
the
in
cameo.
zombies and like, but
Oh, that too. And zombies just to get annihilated,
yeah,
just to get
yeah,
fucking
basically
disintegrated.
a cameo. I fucking
I'm
and
so mad
then
zombies wasn't longer or
yeah,
I hate how short it was. I hate that because zombies is my favorite comic series of all fucking time. It is so fucking interesting, and I'm just a sucker for anything zombie related, to be completely real.
the
But
Marvel zombies
Marvel
was just
Zombies
fun.
is so fun. It's so fun. It's so good. And when I heard they were gonna animate it, I was like, yes, brother, yes. An MCU version of this would be so fucking sick. But like I don't know what the hell I don't know if they're gonna do another season. Are they? Was that confirmed?
I don't
Because
know. I thought it did really well, so I figured
yeah,
they were gonna do a second season.
they
But
left it open to do that. I think
yeah,
with Wanda doing the whole mind shit on was it Riri or no? Who
I'm
was
gonna be
it?
real. I don't remember how it ended.
Yeah, I don't remember either. I just know Wanda did a mind shit on someone. Wanda mind fucked somebody, and they were seeing like this perfect life, and everyone was normal, but that ain't the case. Oh.
I don't even remember that.
Okay, wait. I had to change the lights. So let's put something darker.
Bum, bum,
I don't think that's gonna be possible. Spooky podcast.
All right, buddy.
All right.
Spooky podcast.
Oh, you know what? You want to talk about that, bro? You want to talk about have you ever had any paranormal encounters?
Only one.
Only one?
Only
Is it a
one
big
real
story?
one that I
Describe.
think, but it was at Nut's house.
Yeah, you told me.
Um, yeah,
Explain.
and I was fucked up. Was I taking a shit or it doesn't matter. I was in the bathroom
Mhm.
and I heard a knock and so the bathroom has two doors and it's basically like if this door is the one I came in and there's a door right here
Mhm.
that is just there that leads to another part of the basement.
Yeah.
And his mom is bigger set so you could hear her if she were to come down the stairs.
Mhm.
Um Dad wasn't the biggest guy, but like there was no reason for them to really be down there. Um, but I was in the middle of my piss and I heard a knock on the door, like full on. And I turned and I said, "Yeah, I'm almost done." And I got no response. I got
Yeah.
nothing. And there was no sound of anybody walking away. There was not, so I finished up what I was doing and I went and opened the door that I heard the knock from because white people shit. Uh,
White people
and
shit.
um, his dog was just sitting there in
Oh
front of the
hell no.
door, just sitting and just looking up. Like it wasn't, and like there was no space in between the door. Like he was up against it, and not to the point where like he would have hit it and it would have sounded like a knock. The knock sounded like it was at my height.
Oh,
when it like happened.
oh fuck no,
And
dude. That's where I'm sprinting.
so then I
I'm
immediately shut
fucking-
the door and was like, I don't fuck with that at all. And I went and grabbed him because the way his basement was set up, he basically had a living room, his room, bathroom, and then it wrapped around like a one big U.
Yeah.
And I went into his room because it was right, like the bathroom leads right into there. I'm like, yo, bro, I don't fuck around with this shit. Like, you need to come out here and like, you can't tell me. And like, he came out there and he's like, no, my dog usually doesn't do that. I was like, yeah, that's what I thought, bro. This is weird. And then I was out in the living room, big ass room, like all by myself, door shut between
Yeah.
the two of us so we don't have an echo. I'm in a house that is like the first time I'm actually in it. It's the middle of the fucking night. I'm hearing noises all night. His parents are asleep. I'm getting pissed. I keep hearing shit outside the door. I'm like, man, fuck this shit. I called my dad and said, you need to come get me right the fuck now.
That's so fair, bro. I would
I'm
not.
going the fuck home.
I would
I can't do
not.
this. I
Nah, I
can't
wouldn't be
sleep
able to,
here.
bro. I wouldn't be able to either. That's fucked up.
Like
That's
I
fucked up,
felt like
bro.
something was watching
Yo,
me the whole time.
either that dog was possessed or it was a chill ass ghost. Because usually, at least, you know what they say, animals are like they can sense spirits and shit.
I
So
don't know,
like,
bro. I felt like I was being watched.
and
It
I
did
feel
not feel
like
like a chill energy.
felt like you were about to get touched up energy, bro. Oh.
It was
Oh
enough
hell
for me to
no.
say, "Fuck this shit, I'm out." In high school, bro. Like I was over the whole leaving fucking being homesick and shit like that. That was like my first time going anywhere and staying. Like I had slept out in his backyard in a fucking van with him and like on multiple days in a row. Been
Word.
fine. Slept at his old house. Fine. This new one, first night, I was
That shit
out.
was haunted, brother. That shit was haunted.
I
That shit
never
was
went
built on
back.
a
I never
did you
went
ever look
back in
that up?
that
Did you
bitch.
check out like because like I think you can do that. Did you check out if maybe it was built on like a cemetery or some shit?
No,
Asking.
I
No.
haven't done any of that research. I probably should, but you know,
You might wanna,
because
yeah.
I said fuck all that, and I haven't gone back unless it's like on his driveway to pick him up or see him real quick. Like,
That's so fair. That's
I
so
don't
fair.
go inside.
Not risking that shit ever, ever.
Uh-uh.
Okay, I've
Hell
had
no.
I think well I don't know. I don't remember if I told Melanie these stories. She's gonna get freaked out.
I think you did. You talked about it at one point.
uh, where back in high school. Okay, wait. When I was younger, first encounter, because it might have just been my mind playing tricks on me. You never fucking know. But because I was young, I was on the younger side. So this encounter, I'll just give it that much. Um, I was at my grandma's house. We had a basement. The basement's like a living room, and then we've got like a little bar, and then the kitchen right behind the bar in the basement, and then it's got
Mhm.
and then to the left you've got like a little hallway, which is the boiler room slash laundry room with the washing machine, laundromat, and then the exit to outside. So so my bed was up against the wall, so the kitchen was on my right, boiler room on my left, and then in the middle of that is the staircase upstairs, like across from me. Um, so I was like trying to go to sleep. It was really dark, and I thought I heard something, and I was like, and by the way, my grandma, she like prays every fucking night. She used to work at a church. She very much religious, like always talking about that. And so
That's how
I
it
feel
goes.
like, bro, when I was younger, I felt as though this is like the last place that'd be haunted, right? You know, because like Jesus is here all the
Those are the
fucking
most
time,
haunted.
apparently. Yeah, little did I fucking know. But so I thought I heard something, and I scan the room, and I'm like, oh, I don't really see anything. I turned to the kitchen, and I swear to God, I saw like a little girl poking her head out from above the bar, and then she just dips down, and I'm like, what, what? And so like my dumbass on some I'm fucking Hispanic. I should know better, bro. But on some white people shit, I got up out of bed. I didn't get out of the bed. Like I just like sat on the bed and like tried to like peek a little bit more into the kitchen. I swear to God, I saw something crawl away, and then I was like, nope. Mm-mm. I got back in bed, put the cover over me as if that was some sort of fucking protection. And then I heard I think I just kept saying like, nope, go away, fuck off, just go away. And then I think I heard like crawling towards the boiler room. So I peek out and I saw the boiler room door close on its own. And I was like,
Wow.
oh, okay. And at that point, I don't remember what happened after that. Like I think either I ran upstairs or I just said fuck it and I went to bed and was like that was my mind playing tricks on me. But that's the last time I ever saw something crazy in that house. That was I don't know what that was.
You'd caught me running
I was
anywhere else.
I
The
don't remember how
neighbors,
old I
the
was.
across the street, fucking
I think I was like
anywhere.
I think I was in middle school. So whatever the middle school age is.
Oh, you catch me pulling out a gobble gum before it existed anywhere but here. I'm out.
Anywhere but here. Yo,
Fuck out of
that's
here,
fair,
bro.
bro. Bro,
Like,
I was more so
my only
in
time like
denial
that.
and coping, bro.
Yeah, no, my only time like that was I was walking to the gas station with my homie in the middle of the night. Like it was like 2 in the morning, and I had snuck out to go hang out with him, and we were at the middle school. And we were walking through the field, and we looked up at the school, and in the doorway looked like a little girl was sitting there staring at us. And so me being me, because I was young, I took my bike and I said, "Is that a person? Nah. Is that actually a person?" And like I sat there trying to like look around, and like it was like moving and like looking at us. It was like just sitting there. And I was like, nah, all right, cool. And I fucking beelined it through the field on my bike to the door to like see it was gone.
Towards it? You
It
beeline
was
towards your
I
psychopath.
beeline to the school because this is a school I went to. This is like I had to fucking see this shit if it like because like I was in those halls. I fucking raced to that door. I got to the door. Nothing. It was gone. Like as I got closer, it vanished. I was like, nah, bro. Because everybody else there saw it. We were all sitting, what the fuck?
Yo. Oh, fuck off. Fuck that, dude.
Was
That
looking
would've
down the
freaked me the
hallway,
fuck out.
nothing. It was pitch black. You couldn't see anything. I was like, bro, what?
You'd have never called me around that school again. Never ever.
Like,
Fuck that.
ugh.
Never ever. You know what's
Luckily,
funny?
this was in high school, but we still like walked through those fields. I kept trying to see if it ever happened again. Never saw it.
Word. That's crazy. That's insane. Oh my god.
Yeah, but me
Not,
being
you know
white,
what?
I had to charge that shit. I had to find out if that was real, if I was seeing it or if I wasn't. And yeah, I was
Bro,
seeing that shit.
bro, horror movies as of like well, actually recently they've been all right. Actually. Like very recently in terms of like Backrooms, I thought Backrooms was a W. Obsession I hear was really fucking good. I haven't seen it. But past those for a long time, horror movies kind of suck ass, bro. they
For
they
me,
don't scare me, and I feel like most of the
yeah,
time it's just a comedy to me. Cause bro, I swear people
yeah.
do some dumb shit, and it's just funny as fuck. Cause like you deserved it.
Well, yeah, because it's just situational, stupid decisions where you're like, oh,
Yeah,
we could do this or we could do this, and then they choose the dumbest option out of the 2 options that they gave themselves, and it's like, well,
yeah,
you put yourself in this fucking situation, dumbass, and it's
yeah.
like.
Instead of like the
uh,
logical one or anything
Overall,
else.
I sat down when I was younger and tried to go back and watch like some of the original horror movies, like Friday the 13th and like shit like that.
Mm,
And I watched, dude, I watched Jason's movies. I watched Freddy Krueger's movies. A couple of his movies were like decent, but they weren't like anything over the top. I watched Freddy Krueger versus Jason. That shit was a straight comedy. It
dude,
was
yeah,
so
I
fucking
remember that.
funny. I was dying laughing the whole movie, and I sat there like halfway through, like I thought these were horror movies. Like I feel like I'm dead ass watching a spin-off spoof movie. Like this is fun,
Yeah,
and like
at a certain point, it just got to that because like they
and
were just
and
making so many and they were so popular.
it was the same thing with like Scream. they're neat premises, but like I don't know.
It's the same movie
I
every
think they're
time, isn't it?
cool. But yeah, it feels like it, or at least that's what
I'm I'm not gonna hold you. I've only ever
I
seen
think
the
I watched
first
the
one.
first 3.
I've only
I
ever
think I
seen the
watched the
first one.
first 3, and, like, I never went further than that because it just like, I was like, "Eh, I'll watch scary movie." Like, fuck it.
Yeah,
It's like, if I wanna be here for something, I'm gonna watch something for some fun and, like, some actual fun
yeah.
here, because
Scary
like,
movie. I've only seen the first three actually. I haven't seen four and five, and I'm pretty sure four and five is where the Wayans brothers they just stopped, right? They
I
just
don't
stopped
think
writing for it,
well, I don't remember if it was them just stopping or if it was the
taken
studio
away
trying to
from
do
them,
something different,
something
yeah,
like that. Yeah, yeah.
but,
Oh no,
and then
yeah,
it didn't work
because
out.
they had plans for another one, but then studio had different ideas or whatever. They took it, and then that I online people say that's like the last good one because they wrote it, and
Yeah.
studio just did stuff with it. But
Yeah.
yeah, I haven't seen. I want to see the
I don't
new
know.
one.
I horror isn't necessarily horror to me as it is just suspenseful, and
Yeah,
sometimes like it's neat and it's a suspenseful thriller. I don't know. I think it's just the gore that to my age and our group has grown up on and have seen in our lives.
yeah,
It's not necessarily scary as it is like, oh shit, did she just die like that? Fuck, or like like, I don't know, it's hard
yeah.
to there was one it had me suspensed, like, through the whole thing, which was nice, like, The Invisible Man. I don't know if you've ever heard of that one.
I
Uh,
I haven't seen it, but
it's
I
an
have heard of it.
interesting
Yeah,
one. It's literally, like, it Stalker, and it's so that
he's a
on edge
stalker.
of, like, is he there? Is he not there? Like,
So
it's
he,
fucking cool. I enjoyed Invisible Man a lot. It was one of those I saved for years and years and years, and I watched it and went, "Okay, this was actually really cool." I really enjoyed that movie.
I gotta
Like,
watch that. I
that
want to
was one of
watch
my
that.
like, out of all horror, that was, like, a really good thriller, suspenseful, like, I loved that movie.
Yeah. There's only ever been, like what's gotten me? I feel like it's not a lot of times where I can say, "Okay, that got me." You know what I mean? Like, there's horror movies that I enjoy a lot that I think are really, really well written in terms. So, like, the first few Insidiouses, maybe all of them. I don't know. They tell a really good story. I think the last one was iffy, but I remember enjoying Insidious a lot.
Did you watch
Conjuring,
Nope?
beautiful. Nope. No, I haven't. I don't think. Wait, is that the one
Uh,
with the alien in the sky
with
and the field and
I
yeah,
can't
with
remember the
Stephen
actor's
Yeun,
name from
Glenn, The Walking Dead?
yeah, he's in there, yeah.
Yeah, I have seen that. That was a really good
Yeah.
movie. That was a good movie.
That was one of
Jordan Peele,
those,
right?
like
He's really
yeah,
good.
it's like it's meant to be horror, but in a different way, and
Yeah,
I love his Peele's horror. His
yeah.
horror hits, like, Get Out hit, like, Nope, that the scenes with the chimpanzee and, like,
Mhm.
killing the people on set, that shit was suspenseful and had me like, "Oh my fucking god," and,
Yeah,
like,
bro.
just sitting there like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Yeah,
Like,
it's like
it
the
had
anticipation
me.
it builds up to be like,
Yeah.
no, don't do that shit.
Yeah, like,
Just
the
attack.
anticipation, the curiosity, it had me everywhere, and I think that's
Yeah.
what horror gets me with, is the curiosity of, like, "Why is this happening?" Like, I'd
Yeah,
like to
those are
get
usually the
more of,
best
like,
horror movies.
Jason's story, the mythical side of, like, what the fuck is Jason, and, like, the mythical side of, like or mystical side of Freddy Krueger. That stuff interests me.
Yeah. That shit might actually hopefully wait, they're doing a prequel series or something?
Yeah,
Camp Crystal
I
Lake.
can't wait for that with, what's her face, who
We
played
on
Velma
that.
from the original
Yup,
Scooby-Doo, bro, I can't
yup.
remember her name, bro.
She's gonna be the main character, isn't
Yes!
she? Camp Crystal Lake, bro, is that's gonna be
She's
goated.
playing, I think, mom of the fucking of Jason.
She's playing Jason's
I
mother?
think she's
Wait, this is
playing
gonna
Jason's
it's
mom.
gonna genuinely be prequel shit, so we're gonna see
I
the
could be
origin of this
hold
guy?
on, hold on. Crystal Lake,
'Cause that's gonna be so fucking cool, and I hope it's so fucking good. That would be great. Holy hell.
I think that's what it was about. I can't remember, but yeah, she's playing Pam Voorhees.
Oh, dude. Oh my
We're gonna have
god.
little Jason Voorhees and, like,
Oh my god, that's
adult
so
Jason
aura, bro.
Voorhees.
That's
Like,
so
we're gonna go through his whole story and that I'm excited for. Like, that shit interests me.
absolute
The
cinema.
whole, like,
Yeah, that's gonna be so
the
fucking
thing
good.
that got me into, fucking the Welcome to Derry, that
Welcome to
shit
Derry.
was cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Welcome to
a
Derry was
and
really fucking good. That you're right.
overall,
Well,
it wasn't the scariest thing in the world, it was just a fun movie to me. Like,
yeah,
that was an action, suspenseful, like, if you look at it as, like, the kids decided to gang up and fuck this guy up, it really wasn't that much of a horror movie. It
yeah,
felt like a Scooby-Doo movie. Like,
yeah.
and that's where I really liked those, and it felt more like a universe setup, and, like, it was fun.
And there's lore and stuff to keep you intrigued. Yeah, I feel like most horror movies that with like such a lack of story and attention to the story, it's like those are usually the ones that just don't feel like much like
Yeah.
and are garbage. I think Scream, I feel like they attempt that, but it's not being done well.
Well, I think,
I don't know. And
like, it's just Shawshank Redemption, not Shawshank Redemption, I can't think of it now. The Shining that I
Shining,
watched. That one was good.
yeah,
It was an interesting watch.
but the
I
rest,
like Doctor Who? No,
Doctor Sleep,
Doctor Sleep.
yeah.
That one was fun.
The extended
And
version
unique.
was fun.
Yeah.
The extended version was fun because the original version that we watched left out a lot that
Yeah.
I feel like was very integral to the movie and the way that they cut it up in the middle
Very much
chapters
so.
too. So the director's cut. There you go.
I think they really killed it with the whole Welcome to Derry and connecting the universes and fully, like, did, like, broadening the whole aspect in theory, because it was really just a fan theory that all these things were connected in the
Yeah.
same universe, because, like, Running Man is considered in it because it mentions Derry in that new Running Man movie.
Wait, really?
Yeah, like, it's one moment, but they mention Derry, and, they say that it takes place within the same universe because, like, yeah,
Oh, that's cool. Gotta watch that
it's
now.
yeah,
You
it's a
see, shit
cool
like
that
this,
dude,
yeah, shit
Running
like
Man's a
this.
cool movie, it's
Connections
actually
are what
fun.
get people, bro. Connections are what get people, and that's where they fucked up. And back to Marvel, bro. That's where they fucked up. After they got rid of Kang, instead of just fucking recasting, they started just fucking shit up, and now we have a lack of connections and a lack of build up for what's happening. Not to say that I'm not super fucking excited for Doomsday, but I just would have been 10
I'm
times more excited for
excited.
Kang Dynasty.
It's the references that matter that keep me
Yeah.
interested, keep the universe alive and integral to each other. Each
Everything they were
movie
doing
has
with
to
Kang.
interact with the last movie in some way or another when you're working with a universe that is one broad universe.
Damn, I'm like just now processing, bro. One fuck up, one mistake, one decision to not recast, and everything went like not went to shit because they put out a lot of great content, but like you know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
Like the
It's
play,
just
like
been
it's like with Kang, they were doing comic accurate stuff, but it was all stuff that I could make theories about because
yeah.
like it was new, it was fresh, it
Yeah,
was like the same
the
story, it was leading up to the same story, but with a whole different villain at the centerpiece, and that was
I
gonna be
think
so fucking good. And then them not recasting, just they just were just like, all right, well, fuck you, we got to just do
bro,
the comics now because
the whole not recasting, the whole canceling him and firing him, everything about that, they fucked the bag up there. The fact that
100%.
DC on the other side sat there next to Ezra through everything he went through and still released his movie is crazy to me
Even though he quite
when
literally assaulted women. It's
like, and
on
it's all
purpose,
proven, it's all on
on
video, it's
video, yeah.
all there, and Majors is over here fighting in court, wasn't even proven guilty yet, or was he proven guilty or not?
I'm pretty sure don't look. I don't. Maybe I should look it up.
Googling it right now, I'll
Yeah,
prove it. I'll just
yeah.
Google it.
I'm pretty sure he was
But
proven not guilty on the majority of the accounts, but then on like one account he was proven guilty. But there's literal video footage of that being on at least for one of the occasions. With the car incident. The car incident.
he was found guilty.
But I remember during that time there was nothing but evidence of that shit circling online,
Yeah.
and it was literally him, the reverse, him getting abused by his girlfriend, him
Yeah,
getting
I
hit,
remember it
and
being
him
a
getting
bunch
like
of shit. I find it crazy that they just immediately fired him while DC sat by like right next to their guy and like
yeah.
just sat there like, oh yeah, 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 yeah. We're
And
gonna
this
keep
is
it going. We're
after
gonna
wait,
release it.
and you know what's funny? This is after Disney had fired and brought James Gunn back in
Yeah,
between Guardians 2 and 3
and it's
for
after
shit he did 10 years ago.
Disney fired Depp and we're like back and
And then
forth on what they were gonna do with
yeah,
that situation.
yeah.
And bro, Disney doesn't know how to just wait, and they should have just waited because in general,
It's like it's kind of
it,
it's like in a business aspect, I would assume it's fair because I guess waiting would just I don't know. I don't know how like I don't know, bro. I
they
don't know
didn't
how
even need to
exactly
wait,
it
just
works.
continue to push forward. He was still making movies for other people and
Yeah,
doing fine. Creed
yeah.
3. I liked it. I had fun with it. Jonathan Majors killed it in his role. Like
I heard he did really well. I think I watched it.
he was still making movies, but Marvel decided to just can that, and it's just stupid because Loki was the best shit we have ever gotten from a story writing perspective
Yeah.
in
Oh, it was so
anything
beautiful.
that
It was
they had
so
no
fucking
reason to
good.
not continue to pursue that.
And that's another
Th-
time that they've deviated from the comics too, because I'm like 90% sure that shit does not happen in the comics. Like from my knowledge, like that majority of what like the TVA exists and he does like ascend, but for different reasons.
yeah,
Like they was so fucking good. It as I said,
they did
it
so well
Kang
with that
opened
story
up
writing.
avenues for whole new stories that were gonna be so peak,
So
so
they had
peak.
it all set up so right, and then it just all got like fumble fucked in so many ways that like they can't come back in that regard because it's hard.
Yeah,
I was so excited for what we were gonna get
yeah.
that now I gotta go and act excited that I get to see RDJ as Doom. Like fuck you.
Yeah, no, I
Uh,
don't. I think they could have chose anybody
it's the
else. They could have chose
same thing as
anybody
me
else.
having to go to Fantastic Four and act like I like Pedro Pascal on that screen. No,
Yeah, I mean
no,
he did fine. He did fine, but yeah,
he did
as I
all
said,
right, but it still
I'll
wasn't
al-
Reed Richards.
I will always be mad because after unless they're not true, unless these things are not true. But from what I've heard, there were other people such as David Tennant and Matt Smith and and I think John Krasinski they
I
considered
will
bringing back that
always be
this
mad that Krasinski wasn't brought
those are
in and he was
three
just used
fucking
as some shitty
options,
cameo
three
in
beautiful
another
options.
universe.
Yeah, like they should have
Uh,
either just took Krasinski or they should have hired again anybody fucking else. Like
yeah,
if David Tennant was really up for that role or Matt Smith, that would have been fucking beautiful.
yeah.
The fact that they
Uh,
had come from Doctor Who, already being the guys who played like a super genius, their acting in such a role would have been phenomenal. Especially
yeah,
David Tennant. Like him acting like Reed, it would have been fucking phenomenal. And I'm so upset that that never got to happen. If that's true, if
yeah.
it's true that he offered up or auditioned for the role, because I heard that was the case.
Yeah.
It's honestly
Well,
it
like
does seem
here's question that Mayhem asked me like when we were hanging out last. What's your least favorite Marvel movie overall? And you can't say the Marvels because that's a niche answer,
I'm not
or
gonna say
Captain Marvel because
I'm
those are
not
two niche ass answers.
I'm not gonna say Thor: Love and Thunder either because
That's
that's
a yeah.
also a niche answer. Um, let's see. Damn, it's quick scan of everything in my mind. Okay, hold up. I have a list. I have the
Yeah. It took me a minute, but I have mine.
I have a list. Let's see. Let's see real quick.
I think my reasons are valid.
Okay, you talk about yours and your reasons first while I scroll comb
Multiverse
this.
of Madness
Why?
for how many wasted opportunities there were.
What do you mean wasted opportunities in terms of the gore and like darkness?
For that,
How dark it
for
could get, like not being rated R?
I didn't much care for the American Chavez storyline and how it was told. I I the John Krasinski thing will always piss me off to a whole other degree. Bringing back OG Black Bolt. That it just all around.
Okay, but that
And
was
then
cool
the
though.
fight
That
scene with
whole
the musical
scene,
notes, that shit pissed me off. I didn't want to see that. I was not about that.
I liked that.
I
I
wasn't
liked
there
that.
for it. It was just a lot of wasted opportunities. We haven't touched
Okay,
back up on that at all
I'll
since
agree.
fucking anything other than like what, No Way Home, I guess. But like even then, we didn't really even touch up on anything.
I'll agree
I
that there should have been better magical fights in the movie, for sure.
I think there should have been better all around in that
Yeah,
movie.
better magic in that movie for
I,
sure. But I'll agree on that front. But eh, I really did like the musical fight scene. I thought it was unique and I thought it was really interesting. I I just liked how it was probably one of the more creative fights in the film. That's why I liked that.
it was creative,
Um
but it's just not what I wanted to see.
and
I really wasn't there
the
for
whole
that.
Wanda annihilating the
I was there for the multiverse, and we got like what 3 seconds of the multiverse,
the
the
whole
fucking
yeah.
of him jumping through the multiverse, and then we land in a universe, and then I get to watch like basically all the dream characters just die. I mean, they
But I
gave
thought
me the
that was
better Captain
awesome.
Marvel. They sat there and I know, dude.
I liked
Seeing
it
John
though. That all
Krasinski
that
get
was
casted and
awesome.
then get killed genuinely pissed me the fuck
It
off.
does, yeah,
I
but
have never left a movie theater so mad other than with gore. Like I
dude,
was fuming. I was so excited that Krasinski was gonna be there. And then I saw the shit that Wanda was gonna kill him before I went into the movie. And then I went, this ain't what I wanted. This ain't what I needed. I'm good. And I watched it and I walked out of it just mad
I
because
guess
that was
that's
my
fair in
dream
term.
casting. And then
Yeah,
we turn
yeah,
around and
yeah.
got Pedro fucking Pascal. Nah,
Okay, in
nah.
terms of the casting, I guess, and the wasted opportunity in casting, sure. But besides that, the scene itself, the scene overall, was fucking sick. I loved it so much to see Wanda just annihilate these people because she
It was
could.
fun.
It was
It was
awesome.
fun, but
It was so
it
cool.
was just Thor Love and Thunder in a different font.
I don't know. I think it was I think it no, I think it was great. I like Multiverse of Madness
And I'm
a lot.
also I'm sick of the constant trope of like older guy gets younger person and like
Well,
give me
that's not
something new.
necessarily what was happening there because he's still Doctor Strange and he's gonna still most likely become the Sorcerer Supreme. That's what the whole setup for Doctor Strange 3 was, which I really
That was
hope happens.
fine.
She's probably not gonna
Doctor Strange 3 and all that stuff, that was fine, but I really Multiverse of Madness just pissed me the fuck off.
agree to disagree. I don't know. I did does not. Yeah, I loved that movie so much. I think it was so fucking awesome. I don't know. I loved a lot of things about it. Zombie Strange was fucking so cool. So much aura.
Nah.
I thought it was so much aura. Dude literally had a cape
I think
made
my
out of
problem is that
souls of the damned.
I don't know. Sam Raimi, like I love the Spider-Man of Sam Raimi's, but everything else from Sam Raimi always just Sam Raimi was just too cheesy for me. And that movie just felt too fucking cheesy. It felt like I was watching
I
a classic 90s film
but
in
I
today's
appreciate
standard,
that.
and I didn't like that.
I appreciated that. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I
it's
didn't like
just
it.
difference of a. I genuinely appreciated that. I thought it was cool. I felt like it fit Doctor Strange in a sense. You know, like not even in a sense. Like I feel like it fits the character. So I just it made me wish that we got a rated R version. I feel like rated it being rated R would have like helped it a shit ton more.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Uh, hmm. You know what? I think maybe. Oh, but I don't know if I feel the same anymore. I can tell you what my original, like, most hated Marvel movie was. For a long time, I hated Ant-Man. For a long
Valid.
time, I hated Ant-Man. I remember getting so excited for that movie. Like Ant-Man's happening. Yes, another original Avenger on the board, bro. And then I hear that it's not gonna be Henry Pym. Old guy passes
Okay.
off the fucking mantle. And I'm like, bro, Why? I didn't like that. I was just like, we're not gonna see the original Ant-Man and Wasp. That pissed me off. But whatever. I was like, you know what? At the end of the day, I do know Scott Lang does become Ant-Man in the comics, and overall, he's a funny fucking guy, and he's not like an idiot either. Which low key made him out to be. But I mean, he has his moments. He has his smart ass moments. Um. So I got over that. I was like, okay. Nonetheless, Scott Lang, fine. Fuck it. I'm in for the ride. I get in that theater, and you're telling me Yellow Jacket's a villain? And it's just some guy, Aaron Cross, who the fuck cares about Aaron Cross, bro? That pissed me off so much because the most
Who then turns around and becomes MODOK.
I hate that. That's the one thing I hate about Ant-Man Quantumania. I love that movie.
Yeah.
I love that
I
movie
love that
so
movie,
much. It's
except
so
for
fucking
MODOK.
good. It's so fucking good. Does not deserve the hate. But MODOK, that should have never fucking happened.
That deserves the
Never.
hate. MODOK deserved every bit of hate.
I'm so happy he's dead. I'm so happy that big-headed fuck is dead. Oh my god. Damn, bro. I think honestly, it pisses me off a little bit more that he thinks he died in Avenger. Fuck that guy. Fuck MODOK. But anyways, yeah, and then so Yellow Jacket's story in the this is another one of those instances where maybe they should have followed the comics. Like, because in the comics, Yellow Jacket is Hank Pym. Hank Pym goes low-key insane and he becomes like a bad guy for a while and he becoms the Yellow Jacket and then the Avengers have to like fight him. He's not like not super insane. He's more like an anti-hero. He just gets really fucking brutal with his superhero-ness. And it's such an interesting fucking storyline because then they have to like kind of bring him back to the light type shit. It would have been so fucking cool if they had done that. It would have been so much better if they had done that. Not just whatever the fuck suit that was too. That suit sucked. I hated it. That suit sucked. Maybe it is still my most hated movie. Just thinking about it, fuck, man. I
enjoyed it for the heist and like I liked heist movies and stuff like that, and cool. That aspect was fun.
That's great.
But even me growing up, I was Pym. Like I knew that as my Ant-Man.
Exactly.
And that and like Janet, that was like that, like those were my two, and they were like a dynamic duo together. And then like when I went and watched the movie, because when I watched the trailer, I didn't fully process that it was some other guy. I thought this was like he looked like a Hank or like a younger Pym, like at least from the like animated movie. He looked like that Hank. Like I was like, oh cool. No, I heard his name and went, wait, who the fuck is Scott? This is not Ant-Man. And my dad was like, I don't know. We're just gonna have to watch and find out. I was like, dude, who the fuck is Scott? Like, where? And then they went with the old man. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
And then they halfway through the movie, they reveal he was Ant-Man back in the day. It's like, okay, then give me that. Show me that. I don't give a fuck about this. Give me that. Show me him running around World War II just fucking shit up. Fuck you. Give me that.
This is another gripe I may or may. I mean, I'm not as mad about this one anymore because I love what they've done with Scott and his baby girl, bro, Hope. But I will say, in the comics, in a different universe, Hope ends up becoming a villain, and it's sick as fuck. So I remember when they added her to the movie, I was like, Hope Man 9. That's gonna be cool, but that never happened. Never fucking happened. So I mean, at the end of the day, I appreciate where that ended up because I do love their relationship, and it would be very sad. But at the same time, it would have been great. It would have been great. So that's the one I'm less mad about. Maybe, hopefully, I don't know. They might just give us what we want this time and actually give us Hank and Janet. So let's hope.
I fucking hope.
After Ant-Man and the Wasp was good. It was a lot more enjoyable than part 1. I'm starting to realize. I mean, I don't know. I think
I don't know. Ant-Man and Ant-Man and the Wasp are two very lackluster movies all around. I enjoyed the CGI of it, and like watching it in 3D was fun because those were fun experiences with that one.
Yeah.
But overall, it wasn't anything like major.
That's fair.
Like,
Yeah. I think the first two Ant-Man movies were a little like they were just so isolated, and he's not the most interesting of Marvel heroes at the end
there
of
was
the
too much
day.
build up to go and find Janet. And then
Yeah.
we found Janet and it equaled nothing because we fired Kang.
Yeah.
There was this whole big build up, whole big thing, and it all meant fuck all at this point. And it hurts
It hurts the
because
soul.
like it was really cool and like that was the stuff that was really intriguing. But I think that was also the problem is that we spent 2 movies
I think
trying to
maybe.
get to Janet and like it was just like the same. I don't know. We just I felt like we were talking about the same fucking thing every movie.
Yeah.
Janet this, Janet
Yeah,
that,
bro.
Janet this, Janet that, and it was like, oh, we finally got Janet.
I think maybe projects do end up stronger when they're less comic accurate. I think that might be safe to say. I feel like the majority of the Marvel projects that are the strongest of the bunch
Yeah,
are the ones that didn't follow the comic, that just took
yeah.
inspiration and added
Even I
things,
think one
Easter
that
eggs.
probably wouldn't like unless it's not like Iron Man 3
Yeah.
and the whole Mandarin thing
Yeah.
with Aldrich Killian.
AIM should have never been taken away.
Yeah.
AIM should have been
No, it
a
should have never
bigger
been
pad. It
taken
should have
away
never
that
been taken
early. It
away,
should have
bro.
never
It
been
should have been a
used
bigger
there.
pad, and the Mandarin
It,
should have had the actual 10 rings. Not, I mean, not that, not to. I love Shang-Chi, and I love his.
I love what they did with
I love,
it,
yeah,
but
I love
yeah,
what
I
they
was the
did.
same way. I was like, what the fuck? The
Like,
10 rings are supposed to be like this whole little thing. Like each
it's.
one is their own
I
like
get
thing.
why. I
And
get why. Because at the end of the day, it would have low key felt like a copy paste Infinity Stones.
yes and
I
no, but if you
Yeah, yeah, a
if they
little
would
bit.
have actually explored the rings, it wouldn't have.
Yeah, yeah,
Because when you actually like even when you just look up the fucking rings and each one and what they are, it is
yeah.
so fucking different from the stones and what
Yeah,
they
it's
do.
just
The
in terms
stones
of
are
like the
basic.
colors and like some one
Yeah.
of the rings
Like
being like the power ring or some shit like
yeah.
that. But majority
The
is just like
stones are the
elemental
basics of the
and
universe.
like
The rings were so cool.
yeah, the
Like
rings.
I
I
thought that
love
was
what
gonna
they
be
did.
neat.
I love what they did. Not to say that
I'm
I
still
hate what they
curious if
did.
they'll do it and change it because the
Hopefully, maybe
rings
in the
change
next.
size and they
Oh, you're
like
right.
there was the whole beacon into space thing that they ended the fucking movie on.
Let's see if that gets
Uh
answered in Doomsday, bro.
like
Or
there was a whole lot going on there that I was like, okay, maybe they might set it up for later or whatever. Like
I think now they're just eager to end the universe and restart. And they're like, now that you know what, like honestly, it's like I don't know if that's such a bad thing, just because now they have the rights to everything they need. So they could literally restart and do a more comic accurate if they wanted to universe, and it could be peak, or they could just do, what they were doing before, and they have the opportunity to bring in whatever the fuck, whoever the fuck, whatever the fuck, at this point. That'll be,
yeah.
but yeah, yeah, I think that in that aspect, yeah, there definitely are projects that would have done a lot better had they
Who
been
was
more
the
comic
holder of the
accurate.
rings before the Mandarin? Do we even know? Was that
I don't
in the
remember.
comic?
I don't remember. I could look that up real quick. Let's see. Shit.
It was something about belonging to a dragon-like race
Yeah.
known as the McLuhans or whatever. McLuhans.
Makluan. Oh, he just discovered them in a wreckage. So he is the only wielder.
Yeah.
Like, well, on Earth. He just discovered them in a fucking starship that belonged to
So
the
like they could
Makluan.
easily
And they're a
explore
dragon-like alien
like
race.
and make up their own thing for like who originally had them.
They could.
Because why are they bigger? Are they gonna make this dragon race actual like dragons ish and fucking
that would
like
be that
those
would
are
be
his
kind of
big
insane.
ass rings, you know, like
Yeah.
that shrunk down enough to go around their fucking arms after he found them, or what?
Word. Is it? I'm reading some insane shit on these rings. Okay, you know what? Talk about that on. But
Yeah, the 10 ring the rings of power are interesting as fuck, bro.
yeah, no, they really fucking are. But so that might, I think, yeah, for sure there are definitely projects that would have been 10 times stronger had they followed the comics a little bit more. But I think overall, the majority of the strongest projects are the ones that did their own thing
Yeah.
and just took inspiration from. And I do genuinely miss the feeling of being like, well, how are they gonna adapt my beloved heroes this time? You know, something
Yeah.
new, something fresh.
Well,
Which
how are
I
they gonna
do miss
take a
that.
story that
I
exists
mean,
and make it different?
yeah, exactly. I do. I mean, at the end of the day, I am always gonna be sort of biased. I mean, not super biased because if a movie's shit, a movie's shit. But
Yeah.
I am also an enjoyer of the comics, so I do genuinely love seeing the comic accurateness adapted onto the
Oh,
screen
yeah.
and shit. And I'm always gonna be a sucker for that, comic accurate suit, comic accurate reference, just story and how well they adapt it.
Yeah.
I'm always gonna be a sucker for that. Do you think? How do you feel about live action stuff having an influence over the comics?
Like
Because,
which way?
for example, Moon Knight, his girlfriend, the Scarlet Scarab is her
Scarab?
superhero name.
Yeah.
The Scarlet Scarab, her father in the comics did exist, but she did not. After that show came out, she was so popularized, they added her to the comics. How do you feel about stuff like that? Another
Uh,
another example, Star-Lord in the comics, very fucking different from any
oh,
Star-Lord.
yeah.
Very fucking different.
That's one thing I know.
But
When Guardians of the Galaxy got talked about, I looked up a lot of their comics and went,
uh
"This is vastly different."
yeah,
And,
yeah.
like,
No,
it's
he's like, "What are you doing, buddy?" Like he's that
yeah.
type of guy.
Eh,
Like he's not the joking. He's a tactical guy. He's the most strategical fucking person. Some people say, I don't know if it's an actual power or not, can't remember, but I think people say he's like an actual ability of like being extremely fucking strategical in battle at all, period. Which they kind of show off in the MCU. He always makes up these wild plans. They always work. But
yeah. They
I
don't
feel
show
like
it off in
they
a
don't
lot in a
yeah,
big
they don't
way,
show
and
it
that
off in a
was
big old
I wouldn't say it's the MCU's fault as it was James Gunn's fault
yeah.
because he likes to have fun there, and he took characters that weren't very well known, and he tried to make them more, I guess, appeasing to an audience
Mhm.
without, just doing the same thing over and over again, which
Which
I
he did
really
a great
liked his
job.
I
Yeah.
loved his those movies.
They're
Uh
so peak.
like I all three of them are great to
Yep.
me. I 2 is one of my favorites next to 3. 3 is obviously the top, but like
Mhm.
2 was my second favorite.
Yeah.
I loved that storyline.
Those are one of
The
those
like
that's a trilogy.
Yondu's death was so fucking sad
Yeah.
and like I fucking
Shit still gets me. That's a trilogy.
yeah.
It's not rare. It's not often we get one of these. It's a trilogy that I genuinely feel gets better with each movie.
Yeah.
Like genuinely.
The
There's
first one
not
was good, the
many
second one was great, and the third one was just peak. Like
peak.
it was
Perfect.
like
It
they
was
did really he did a good job there.
yeah,
Like
he did an amazing job. Now, of course, like you said, like the MCU, what the popularity of those movies went and basically did an entire redesign of Peter Quill in the comics. He went from this cold, calculative leader of the Guardian of the Galaxy to the one we see in the movies. So, how do you feel about live action doing that? Do you think that should be a thing?
I mean,
Period.
it's a good and a bad thing. It's a matter of I don't think they should change their main continuity. I think they should just still focus on, okay, I like this personality of Star Lord. Let's combine the two and go forward there. That
Rather
fine,
than just him
cool.
adopting it.
Like let's not just transition into this whole new Star Lord personality and like
Yeah,
person. That shouldn't be a thing.
yeah.
That it no, and the whole Crimson Scarab. I don't know. That's hard to say yes and no to because if people liked her enough that they wanted comics and more story of her, or like they liked her character and they liked that storyline enough that they wanted more, and
Mhm.
people that wrote comics were like, "Oh, okay, yeah, cool enough that I'm down to do that.
Yeah,
Whatever, just make it its own thing."
yeah.
Like
I
it just
I think in the terms of like the popularity of a movie or show changing a character fundamentally, like you said, like just adopting
Yeah.
this new personality, I think that should never happen. I don't
Yeah.
think that should happen. I think the two should stay exclusively separate because that's what makes them different from each other. It's
Yeah.
what makes them unique. It's what makes them like a whole different take on the character, you know?
It's what
And
makes it
I
an
feel like that's what the
adaptation and
multiverse
not
is for.
just
Yeah, that's what the multiverse is for. Different adaptations of these different characters of the same character. But so yeah, I feel like that should definitely stop. I don't think that should happen as often as it does.
yeah. Well, it's like,
Um,
I don't know if they've done it, but it feels like a lot more of media is pushing towards, like, the whole thing with Venom,
yeah,
like,
because that's
not being
like
so much a villain anymore, and that's like, I don't what happened? Like, I know
well,
Venom has his different versions.
that is more so writer's fault in the comics because after Todd McFarlane left, they kind of like or long after, I don't know, they kept him a
Yeah.
villain for a long time, but at a certain point they started making him more so anti-hero because I guess it's one of those things that like I guess they got scared, like like the Joker, for example. Uh, he's always going to be a villain, but
Yeah.
I guess there's only so many stories you can tell. So I guess they got scared of getting to that point of running out of stories. So they were like, okay, we got to change
Yeah.
shit up. We got to change shit up. Maybe he's an anti-hero now. Maybe we dabble with that for a little while. And I don't Venom being an anti-hero is like I don't fully have a problem with it, but at the very same time, like the better Venom stories are always the ones where he's fucking around with Peter, and trying to destroy his life. Like those are always the
Yeah.
strongest stories and the strongest written stories. So I don't know. I genuinely do think Venom should stay a villain. The
I liked Tom
majority, like
Hardy's movies, but, like, ish, and then, like,
I don't
but
like
I
those.
think that it just needs to be stopped
I
because,
mean, they were
like,
fun. Yeah, no, it does. It does.
it I don't know, they were fun movies, I enjoyed them
Yeah,
enough.
yeah. They
Like, I liked how Venom looked as well, like, it was
mm,
the first time Venom had been done good in live
on live
action, like,
action, yeah, which
looks-wise,
is
like, that was so hype and so cool and so, like, I was
visually
so ready. The first movie I
those movies were
enjoyed,
amazing.
like, a
Visually,
lot. The 3rd movie fell off because they
yeah,
decided to just tease the whole Null thing and then do nothing with it,
yeah.
and the 2nd movie was just, like, hot garbage with, like, what they decided to do with
I'm
Carnage,
honestly
like
just it's like at the end of the day, I'm happy that they did nothing with the null thing because if they had done something with the null thing, it would have been hot garbage. So
yeah.
I mean, it would have
Well,
been so
I don't
fucking
remember who they
bad.
had, like, he looked cool, he sounded cool, the actor looked
I
like it was
don't
gonna be
know.
decent.
I don't know who it was, but I heard rumors that it was Norman Reedus. I don't know if that was true though. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if you want to look that up real quick, but yeah, like yeah. In the other respect of live action creating new heroes and then adding them to the comics and bringing their continuity into the comics, that I have no problem with. That like you said,
Yeah.
like if the character is that popularized and and people love them and want more of them, then why the fuck
I
not?
know, it
You
was
know
Andy
that at
Serkis that
least
was Null.
oh, is Andy Circus? Okay, never mind then.
Yeah.
So yeah, in that respect, it's just really fucking cool because I just love creativity, and I feel like you don't really a lot of what's happening these days are just sequels and sequels and sequels, reboots,
Well,
reboots, and not
right now,
right
in
now we're
recent age, it's fucking ridiculous.
yeah
Everything is sequels
yeah
or reboots or,
with
"Oh, we
like
didn't do
new
a sequel
things
10
every
years
now and
ago,
again.
so we're doing it now to
Yeah,
make money because 'cause we're out of money. We can't
that's
think of
ridiculous.
anything else to fucking write." And it's
Yeah.
like, "Dog, what?
So when
What
someone
do you
comes out with
mean?"
something new and fresh, it's fucking great. It usually does
Like
great because it's so much
yeah.
opportunity there, so much because but they don't do that often enough. Like they did that once for
As
Moon Knight, and I haven't seen it done often since.
yeah, as
They
excited
create
as I was for, like, what was it, Scary Movie,
yeah.
I wish we just woulda gotten a spoof movie of something else.
I
I
mean,
want more spoof movies, those fun, just fuck around, like
I
just
think
ridiculous
scary movie is gonna be like,
movies.
for at least from what I saw in the trailer, I think it's gonna be like, how it usually is, just a spoof of like multiple scary movies.
Oh
Because I
yeah,
remember like in the trailer, you see the the Megan doll from that movie.
yeah, they did a bunch of
Acting freak,
different
yeah, so
ones.
so it'll be that, but I get what you mean. I do wish we
Because
older
it's just
movies
another
like
sequel,
like
another, "Oh, we need money," like,
I wish we went
and
back. We would go back, revisit stuff that came out in the
yeah.
past. Spoof, like you said, spoof movies, parody movies, just shit like Zoolander that we watched the other
Yeah.
day. Like shit like that needs to come back, bro. But people are either too scared or too
Did you ever
sensitive,
watch
or I don't know. They just everyone's thinking about
the Twilight spoof?
no.
Fucking
What
hilarious.
is that even
Like,
called?
I'd have to look it up again,
I
but
don't. I'm
it's
scared of
genuinely,
how
bro.
that's called.
I was like a midnight thing in high school. I went on Netflix and just found a bunch of spoof movies and just sat there and watched all of them. It was like I was crying laughing for for 3 hours straight. It was so
Yeah,
fucking fun. Uh,
yeah.
those movies are the best.
Uh, I do love those movies. Oh fuck, but
Vampires Suck. That was the name of the movie.
the vampires suck. Okay, word.
I think this
That's,
is it. Yeah.
that sounds funny as hell.
Yeah, because it's Becca Crane, Jacob White, Edward Sullen. Those are the characters'
Edward
names.
Sullen. Edward Sullen. Edward Sullen. What the
I know
fuck?
it's even better because I'm somebody who like growing up as a kid who wasn't around any media. I enjoyed like Twilight as a story itself. Like just as like my dad showing me a fucking vampire werewolf movie, it was a decent fun watch. But like going back and watching it as now, it's like
Yeah,
what the fuck?
yeah.
Like
That's a
as a
really
kid, I could sit down and enjoy it for a vampire and a werewolf movie. I wasn't there for the lovey-dovey drama, the
those
Jacob
movies are
versus
made
Edward
for
shit.
girls, bro.
Yeah,
The other day, bro. Melly loves those movies. She tried making me watch them. I got
wasn't
to.
there for all that.
I got to. I got to movie number two. Tapped out.
Yeah.
I couldn't. I couldn't. I just couldn't. There's just no way I'm finishing those movies, bro.
The drama got too much,
Yeah, it's
but the rest of it, the casting was
if there was
fun. Some
more.
of the scenes were interesting. Like I think one of my favorite scenes is the all the vampires, the family playing baseball together. That
There
shit is
was
one of my favorite scenes.
if there was more lore and more
There was a
vampire
lot of
and
lore, and it pisses me
werewolf.
off that they just didn't want to explore it because it was the books and they were, blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
But like
that
there
probably
was a
would have been
lot
more.
set up there because of like one of the last movies and like the whole grand covenant shit. Like
We need to. The media needs to normalize instead of giving us all these fucking reboots of shit that doesn't need a reboot. We need to normalize rebooting bad movies, like taking a bad movie and making it good. Because
yeah.
there are so many bad movies with such interesting fucking premises that could genuinely be done good. I mean, genuinely, Twilight, like at the end of the day, that was made for girls. That was made for girls. Done deal.
There's
But they could
two
genuinely reboot that and then make it to, you know, deepen the lore or something, make it rated R, something like that. I don't fucking know, but they could make it appealing to both, to everybody. You know what I mean? To everybody in
yeah.
general, not just a specific group of people. Like it could probably be fucking interesting if they just made it a little bit more, I don't know, gory or whatever the fuck. Not just gory, but as I said, deepened exploring on the lore and shit.
Yeah, and that's something that like I'd say yeah. I watched the original Total Recall. I don't know if you've ever heard or seen those.
Mhm. No, I haven't.
Um the original one is a Arnold movie and it's good, but it's one of those it's so old that like it's hard to catch everything and build the world building fully.
Mhm.
The newer one has Colin Farrell as the main character.
Word.
Eh, the CGI, the whole like the new world, everything about it, it made it so much better. And I don't think it got to go like forward with a sequel or anything, which pissed me off. Because, but it was like I loved that movie. It was so fucking fun. But yeah.
Word. You know what I will say though? At this point, Avengers: Secret Wars. That's probably one movie that it's probably in their best interest to follow that. Hopefully, kinda to the T to the comics, being as accurate as they can with that. I mean, like they could. It would be interesting to see new things done with that, but at the same time, I think Secret Wars is such a great. Like it's written so fucking well. I know at the end of the day, things are going to be new because we don't have a lot of the most important characters introduced in terms of.
Oh
I
yeah,
know
like do you
Miles
think
is very important in that story.
molecular was it is it Molecule Man
Molecule
or
Man, yeah,
yeah.
Molecule
The
Man,
fucking
and
he's not set up, like, do we really think he is gonna
the
show
Beyonder.
up and they're gonna try and just be like, "Yeah, this guy over here."
Well, he is one person that he's not. He's so powerful that he doesn't really have, to my knowledge,
Yeah.
that many appearances. I'll do more research on that, but
Anytime I ever looked him up, he didn't have a bunch
yeah, like
that
because he's
I
one
could
of those
remember.
characters that can literally fucking alter the goddamn universe. So it's like
Yeah,
you can't overuse him. Because at the end of the day, then
yeah.
you're nerfing him in one way, shape, or form if you're overusing him. So he's one of those characters that genuinely he could just show up, and I'd be fine with that because that's how I felt the secret. That's how I like. When I was reading Secret Wars, at least, and a bunch of comics before that, I feel like I'd never heard of the guy up until that moment when Miles finds him and was like, "You want a cheeseburger, dude? Or you want a hamburger, bro?" I never
When I
heard of
sat
him,
down, I
bro.
was like, "I'm gonna
Oh
watch it. I'm
shit!
gonna read Secret Wars," and then that motherfucker popped up. I was like, "Who the
Yeah,
fuck is this guy?" And I
yeah,
like went
but
into Google and like typed his name in. Was like, "Ooh," and I was like, "It's okay. Oh, okay.
yeah, he's
He's
fucking
just
powerful.
here.
And he's just here.
I get it. All
Because
right."
at the end of the day, too, he's also like low key insane.
Yeah,
So if he gets free, that's a problem. You could just decide shit one day and it'll be
kind of
different. Like
hungry.
it'd be insane. Said you're kind of
I got this cheeseburger.
hungry. Cheeseburger, bro. Pocket burger. You just carry that shit in your pocket, bro? Yeah. It's a snack, bro. Miles is a really good Spider-Man. Oh my god. If anyone ever hated on him, stupid.
No, bro.
Because I
I'm saved
remember
that thought.
what?
It's so out there. I'm not even gonna say it. That was fucking stupid.
What?
Nothing.
Now you gotta say it.
Absolutely no.
You gotta say it.
Well,
I'm curious, damn it.
they're gonna bring back Morgan
What do
because
you
they set her up with your dad loves cheeseburgers. She's just gonna have a pocket burger.
Oh my god. Oh my god,
It's
dude.
not gonna be Miles. It's gonna be her.
That would be kind of legendary, though. That would be kind of. I
Why do you got?
love
Why do you
that.
have that cheeseburger? Because my dad loved cheeseburgers.
Yeah, because my dad loved him, and I gotta have a snack in the armor, bro. That'd be kind of peak, though. That'd be so fucking cool. What the hell? Damn it, bro. As I said, if they if they follow these comics to a T, bro, it would be such a peak movie. It would be so because that shit was just written so fucking well. And
Yeah, Secret Wars was a fun one.
at this point, Secret Wars, no matter what, the majority of that movie's gonna be CGI. Because what
Oh
Secret
yeah,
Wars is, if they're gonna follow that at all, it's an entirely new fucking planet, battle world made up of other
yeah,
bullshit. And then not to mention you got Asgard, which is literally just millions of different of the same guy. It's just millions of Thors, bro. So at the end of the day, that movie's just gonna be filled.
it's gonna be cheese.
They're gonna be
Fuck, it's gonna
dumping
be
money into it,
fun.
but it's gonna be fun
And
and it's gonna be good. Like
yeah,
it all depends on the script. As I said, like the script for that movie, and also if they include the maker and they do Doom right and all that shit, like, because at the end of the day, Doom's delivery is gonna really be what seals the fucking deal.
Well, it's
RDJ is gonna be
RDJ. I have
great.
a lot of faith in him as an
Yeah,
actor, and
yeah,
that's where it's like I have confidence there, but
it'll
it's
be
still the
good.
problem of it being RDJ.
I think it'll be
But like,
fine. Like I think I've heard the argument that some people say that he should show his face, and I think no. I'm perfectly okay if they do not show his face at all, not once through the movie. And if they do, then he needs to be deformed enough for it to be clearly not RDJ. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
My
because at the
only
end of the day, he
problem,
does have a fucked up face. That's why he wears the mask, or
yeah,
it's like burned into his skin. Well, no, that's just
I'm
that one
curious what
adaptation.
exactly they set up with Franklin though in him. They like I know that they set up really for like the future, but like what they set up with Franklin and him like holding his face with Doom there at the end of Fantastic Four and
Healing
like
it,
people's whole thing of it being like him
healing it, or
repairing his
something. I
face
really hope fuck
so that way
not.
he
I
can
really hope the
fucking
fuck
see
not.
like yeah. That's just it. Like but like why the fuck else is he there? But like Franklin really wouldn't have control of that power yet. Like I mean,
The
I
only
don't know.
reason I would say it's there, since you've already read it, do you remember in the comic with like in Secret Wars, and that place is controlled by Doom, and he
Yeah.
literally has like Franklin is his son, Valeria is his daughter, and
Yeah.
Sue is his wife. Reed is forget what the fuck Reed's. I think he's dead, right? No, I can't remember. Fuck. I think he's dead because it's the Maker is the only Mr. Fantastic running around, and
I thought there was another, but maybe there's not.
I can't remember. I can't remember right now. It's been a long time since I've read that comic. But I just know that he has the Human Torch has like a fucking battery or some shit for like the sun or something. It's forever burning. And then he's got the Thing as a giant wall around his fucking domain. And that shit was fucking it was aura. It was aura, but it was fucked up. So like if they do those cool things, like it's really fucking cool. I really hope they do that. Because he just steals this dude's family. That's like crazy. So I feel like low key that might be the hint that they were trying to do. If because I swear I'm gonna be so mad if it was the healing the face thing. I hope it's what I'm talking about. That it's just hinting that like that's gonna be this guy's son. The next time we see them both on screen, like
Yeah.
there was a like maybe it's just hinting to like there's a connection there. I don't know. That's why I was reaching out to him because one day one day when the universe gets reset, bro's gonna be his father or some shit. I don't know. There's a couple of different things you could do there. I mean, yeah, because like you said, realistically, he shouldn't have any control over his powers. So there's no shot he fucking regened him.
Like yeah, like
It just doesn't
yeah.
make sense. It just doesn't make sense. There's no reason to. If they show his face, it just I mean, at the end of the day, it's just a money grab. But showing his face would be the real sealed deal. Like, hey, this is RDJ. Look who we got in our movie again.
Yeah.
Fuck that. That'd piss me off. But I'd open the. Oh shit! Actually, she's gonna have to wait. I gotta open the door for my cat, but Mellie's sleeping in the background. All right.
Yeah.
Should we end it there?
Probably.
Yeah. How long have we been recording? Let's see. We end it
I
there.
fucking know. It's been a while.
I don't know either. Hour 26. A little bit less than last one. That's perfect. All right. Well, wrapping it up. That has been episode 2 of the Sidetracked podcast. Thank y'all for listening. Like and subscribe, share it with your friends. Make sure to check us out on Spotify. I will be uploading it on there. Make sure to listen to that, download that. It helps a lot. And we also have an Instagram to post clips and stuff on, which we haven't yet, but that will happen soon. I will get some clips up and running on there. But yeah, follow. All those links will be in the description. Check us out. I'll also be linking me and Wicked's personal gaming channels. We also do that. We also game. I have a gaming channel. He's got a gaming channel. We stream on Twitch. Those will be in the links too. Check those out. Thank you. Adios.